the distinct honor and pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker. I have to say, every year when I'm organizing the conference, this is always my favorite part of the day, primarily because we are blessed with not only having a great boss and a CEO, but Sanjiv is a really good speaker. And what I really admire about him is that what you see is what you get with Sanjiv. When you see his passion and his enthusiasm and the love and the desire that he expresses in his speeches, none of that is fake, none of that is phony. What you see with him is really what you get. And I always look forward to what wisdom he has to pass on.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the welcome. We are, I'm going to let everybody sit. This is obviously, united by patients, united by delivering excellent care to our patients. Think of this, guys, 14 billion years. Just for a moment, try to relate to that. Try to grasp the mere magnitude of that, 14 billion years, right? Most of us, we think about a year. We all know where we were last year. 10 years, okay. 100 years, I just lost my dad at 98. So you can kind of imagine 100 years too. You go beyond that. You go to 1,000 years, here we are in the dark ages. You go to 2,000 years, pretty much all the tags we put on ourselves, dividing all of us, they've just happened in the last 2,000 years. I've worked under this flag, I work under this flag, and then you go back to 100,000 years. That's just how long we have been on this universe. Whether we call ourselves Neanderthals or Homo sapiens, it has just been 100,000 years. Now you go back to 1 million, 100 million, billion, 14 of those. The point is, if we get to a stage of existential humility, we realize how insignificant we are in the whole scheme of the universe. We are no more than a bee or a butterfly. Probably a bee or a butterfly does more. We are takers. They are givers to this universe. Yet, we have one thing. We have agency. That agency allows us to determine our purpose. And as long as we follow a purpose, that purpose gives meaning to our life. Now, the important thing is we decide our purpose, right? Whether somebody wants to be a very good grandma, or somebody wants whatever the purpose is, hopefully it's all good. We decide that purpose, and following that purpose is where we seek our joy. So now, for all of us on this stage, all of you working here, I am so glad that you've all determined that your purpose is in our mission statement, which is to improve lives in the communities we serve by providing state-of-the-art vascular care in a compassionate and cost-efficient manner. And that, belief in that purpose is what's going to get us, what has gotten us here. And I'm going to go over what a beautiful year we've had. But before I go there, let me introduce everybody who's here on the stage today. Peter, of course, everybody knows Peter. Peter is the one who's organized the event today, the clinical event, and he also leads our academic programs, our fellowship program. Ken is our chief medical officer. Next we have Rick, who has changed his roles recently and now is the full-time executive director of the Lakhanpal Vein Foundation. We have Ken, another Ken, who's our chief financial officer, for those of you who don't know him, and John is our chief operating officer. So first of all, thank you guys in joining me in this mission. Thank you for giving it your 100%. And with your leadership, we will go through all the achievements CVR has had in the last year. Before we go there, welcome everybody. Welcome those who've come here, traveled the distance to be here. Welcome to those who've joined us online. And a big welcome to our vendors with also gratitude towards you guys. Without that, this would not be possible. A huge thank you, and I would say this in the end again, but I don't want to forget it, to John and his team. Vinny, you guys have worked day and night to make this happen. If accidentally somebody was to walk here at 2 a.m. because you're missing something, you will find at least 20 of Vinny's people working here at 2 a.m. Thank you for making this happen. Okay, so CVR, how did we do in 2025? Like I've said, fortunately, year after year, this is my pride privilege to show to the rest of the world what you all have achieved year after year, and especially this year in 2025. We are now proudly at 120 plus centers providing standardized venous care. For those of you who know us from early days, we were first struggling to standardize care, and now that's where we are. We had 700,000 patient interactions last year, more than 700,000. 40% increase year over year in patient interactions. Now, the obvious next part comes, oh my God, if you're seeing so many more patients, obviously you're compromising quality of care. NPS score, average 88 NPS score. Google reviews on an average 4.4. If it's anything more than that, people will say, hey, his buddies in India are just writing these reviews. But we are at 4.4 in Google reviews. And the team that's done it. So one of the key things John has done since he joined with us, he's broken down silos where groups are so well communicating with each other. Divisions are communicating with each other. So I'm going to request some people to stand as I go through these various divisions. And I'll let the rest of you decide whether you want to applaud for them or not based on how well they've done, okay? So sales, marketing, and PSC. Could you guys please stand? Well, let's first hear what they've achieved before you clap, okay? So bottom line, 20% increase in new patients with 20% reduction in cost of acquisition of a new patient. I mean, that's unthinkable. Normally you would think, okay, there's the low-hanging fruit, we get those, and as we go higher up on the tree, the cost of acquisition of patients will go up. But these guys and a common theme here, I got that written over there, is using automation and AI. So, our AI team and our IT team kind of percolates everything. But you also need a workforce that's willing to use all that. So by using all those resources, they've almost doubled the number of calls, incoming and outgoing calls, that we are taking in the call center with no increase in FTEs in the call center. So guys, when I said yesterday I mentioned 2050, Vision 2050, some of you were skeptical, but this is the workforce that is preparing ourselves for 2050 and for excellence in 2050. So our marketing team, our PSC team, and then next this is our ops team. Joanna, where are you? You were back there somewhere. Get your whole ops team, come on. So, okay, before you guys clap for them, hang on. So we have had that 40% increase in patient interactions with actually a decrease in labor cost as compared to revenue, as a percentage of revenue. Oh my God, I don't know how you guys do it. Thank you. Thank you. And to again quote our young Chief Operating Officer, he tells me, Dr. Lakhanpal, it's all about aligning all the stakeholders. And John, thank you for aligning all these stakeholders so that we could see these kind of outcomes. Thank you. This is our graph. Year over year, we are seeing more patients, more follow-ups, more ablations, more treatments. Next, please, if the nursing staff and the vascular techs could stand up for me. I can't see anyone from here with the light, so I'll step down. Thank you, guys. Thank you for making our job, the job of all the physicians, so much easier. You make us look like superstars. Now, let me say this also for our nursing staff. With all the IT changes that happened, one of the things we implemented, and this was I was going through my previous year's presentations, only in 2023 is when we called this digital transformation. AI was still not the key word. And since that time, we implemented something we call a smart template, where, because we are in so many states with so many insurance companies, there's so many different requirements. And the way our nursing staff, they input data, it has been, our denial rates have gone down, have decreased by 50% since that time. We were at 10.3% in 2023. We are at 5.2% now. So thank you to you. Thank you for all the hard work you do in the clinics. So about the same time, we were having serious issues with our inventory process. And since our inventory team came in, we have really, all those inventory woes have gone away. Are they here? Anybody from the inventory side? Oh, there they are. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. And see, it's two things. It's first of all negotiating contracts, which of course the team does really well, but also it's maintenance of inventory. And thank you for maintaining our inventory so well. Here we go. This is our facilities management team. And like I said last time, you would think we would have a huge team. This is 3 people who manage over 120 sites. Brendan, are you there? Thank you very much, Brendan. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Our RCM team. So the way, I look at things very simplistically that, okay, if my contracted rate is X and I'm collecting 95% of X, I'm in a good place. So our collections compared to our contractual rates are the best they've ever been. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for all your hard work with the RCM team. For our finance team, as I said yesterday, our finance team under Ken Abod is a rare example of people who get physicians and who get finance people. 2 very, very hardcore people. And to bridge the gap between these 2 thought processes where budgets are made in a way that good medicine is practiced. So thank you to all of our finance people. Thank you, Ken, for leading such an amazing thing. And this is where it all starts. Where is Wendy? Wendy and her team. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy leads our HR division. I'll tell you, the most important asset of any company is the people who work there, right? And Wendy helps us manage that most important resource. So if AI is truly functioning, and AI is too, cliche a word, let's say automation is really helping us, it's because Wendy and her team are really educating us that way, bringing in all the courses that everybody has access to, making sure the right number of people are logging in to take advantage of those courses, so that we can show all these outcomes. And this is just the beginning of how all this will help us. Like I said, can't say enough about our IT and AI implementation team. And these guys, IT is like the intercellular fluid, right? They're everywhere. They have to be everywhere. With every improvement we make today, of course, there's the human element where we connect to our patients with empathy, but then there is also the technical part, which has every improvement I've told you so far. Ultimately, it goes to Rohan's team, and this is Rohan and Max together. I was trying to understand something about AI. They actually agreed to spend 5 days with me in San Francisco, so thank you for doing that. Okay, so now comes really the tip of the spear, our physicians. Okay, so if anybody was to ever ask me, what does it take to run a good clinic? Anything, especially we are in the venous field, so vein clinic, of course it takes a good physician. But what does it take to run an excellent clinic? A good physician supported by the kind of staff we have at Center for Vein Restoration. So these are our superstar physicians, and let me take you through what we do here. Under our Chief Medical Officer, Ken, my friend, my brother, my partner right from the beginning, under his leadership, I'm proud to say we continue to practice very good medicine, and we continue to show very good outcomes. Not just show them, document them for every patient we see. This is not selective data. This is averaged out data for every patient we see. In most of our areas, this is something we are working on, expanding this care that we are now able to provide deep venous interventions. I think the separation between superficial veins and pelvic veins is a very artificial separation, and we are hoping in the times to come we will be able to offer this service everywhere. Now, as we are seeing more and more patients through digital marketing efforts, a lot of patients do not have a primary care doctor, may not be getting other essential care that they need, and Dr. Diol is leading this outgoing referral program for us, where any patient, if they need an endocrinologist, they don't have one, not only do we refer them to the appropriate doctor, our team now has, again, the IT support to make sure that they've gone and seen that other physician so that we are providing complete patient care. And also what Mike Kenny is doing is leading our effort that when a patient comes to us, we also are able to provide them with complete venous care where they are getting their compression stockings and their lymphedema garments right from the office. Of course, we are here today because of Dr. Peter Pappas, and he's our stalwart in the case of both research and education. With Rick Kennedy, we've been again published 6 good publications last year, taking the total number to 60. We take this as a responsibility, research and education. It is, if we want to continue to be the leaders in the field, then we have to do our part, not just for the presence of the field, but also for the future of the field. And a lot of our physicians dedicate a lot of time. This is purely out of the kindness of their heart to teach new fellows who are training with us. And these fellows clearly, when you look at them, they will be the leaders of the field when they are presenting Vision 2050. Now, a lot of our great ideas, not a lot, almost all of our great ideas have come from the CVR team itself, from our physicians early on, and now that we have the privilege and the luxury of having administrators of the kind that we do. So this was, Evan had told me about 2-3 years ago that, hey, we can do something better with our payer relationships. And then, Jim Fonger had been working with Ken on the same, on a different orbit, so to say. And then Ken said, hey, Sanjiv, why don't we just formalize this into a payer relationship committee, which has already given us some really good outcomes. So a lot of ideas, truly appreciate those coming from our physicians as we move forward. Now, Stronger together to us is not just a slogan. We truly believe in this. The reason why we could host an event like this today, the reason why we could have 120 centers, the reason why we can have somebody like Ken Abad interested in helping us out is because we have scale. And the more of us work together, the more that scale grows, more impact we can have on our mission, and better our field will evolve into bigger and better things. So with that Stronger Together program, I'm very proud to say that we've grown all these additional sites just in 2025. We have plans to grow more sites in 2026. And I would really request our new partners to stand, please. We have had 4. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. So let me say this one. This is the ultimate sign of respect you can give to CVR by joining CVR. And we take this responsibility very, very seriously. Thank you for trusting us, and thank you for joining us. It's to those of you who are in the audience thinking about joining CVR or listening to the program remotely thinking about joining CVR, let me tell you why CVR. What is so special that CVR brings that, again, we will all grow stronger together by working together? First and foremost, we all understand the potential of the field we have all chosen. With venous and lymphatic disorders, as you heard some of the presentations today, it is absolutely the whole field and is truly in its infancy. There's so much we don't even know yet. I mean, is MS caused by a venous disease? Is Alzheimer's we don't know. And in another 10, 15, 20 years, the place where this field is going to grow, this is like radiology in the 50s. And we totally see the point of investing more in this through fellowship programs, through everything else. So we are your right natural partners. The second absolute thing, if you join us, this is the team we bring with us to support you to achieve your goals bigger and better. Doesn't mean you'll work less, but you will work in an area where you enjoy it, and you will leave the rest to subject matter experts who are going to do an amazing job for you. Not just the people you see here. A part of our board is formed by these people who have built multi-billion-dollar companies. They bring their strategic vision here as well as to how do we grow, how do we expand. And all that thought process comes along with joining CVR. One fact that all of us here on this dais are very, very proud of, every one of our partners, our acquisition partners who's joined us, we have delivered 100% of the times. As long as the partner has stayed with us for the period of time that's stipulated. Some people had some amazing events happen in their life, and they said, hey, we don't want to stay the whole 2-year period. But 100% of them, we have kept our promise and we've delivered. Last but not the least, we understand as physicians how much you've put into your life and into your careers, what all you have sacrificed from high school onwards when everybody else was out having a lot of fun. You were there to be in the top 10%, top 5% of your class. You did the same going through college. You did the same to enter into medical school. You did the same to go through your residencies. We respect that. We honor that. And I hope every one of you feels that as a physician. Now, respect is 360 degrees. A physician doesn't have carte blanche and not respecting everybody else around, but a physician is the tip of the spear for us. One more thing about CVR, we take the future very seriously. We are working hard on the workforce that we need for the future. We are educating ourselves in what we need to educate ourselves about. We are not hiding from change. That was one of the key parts of starting with the video, that if you look at how much change has happened, and if we're going to be skeptical, oh no, this thing is not coming, the carbon form is never going to be threatened by the silicon form. It's coming, guys. We can either get in line and educate ourselves so that we maintain the agency. And as I said earlier, Wendy's team is doing a great job getting us all the programs to learn so that ultimately we are ready for the future. So with all these things and our mission statement in mind, I assure you Vision 50 is going to be a great program. We may not be here, but if you look at so many young people who are here, they will be taking it there. Our future is seriously bright. I truly thank all the vendors who've helped us put this together. And thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of CBR. Thank you all. Thank you very much.